Hi everyone, hope you had a really good Saturday. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Cardano. So once again, Cardano's just taking off melting faces. Okay, it's coming back and holding key level support. It's looking really, really good, isn't it? You know, and why not? It's a beast, isn't it? So these are technical targets at the moment. You know, if in doubt, zoom out. This is where we're going to. And even in all this correction here, we're still standing by projections. And you know, they're slowly but surely they come fruitful. Okay, they do come fruitful. Even down here where we had this massive bear market, I was laying down fibs and I was telling people here, you know, you're looking at these projections for Cardano. And in the future, I'll stick with the channel. I'll show you the future projections as well. You know, fibs are the boss. Fibs are boss. Fibs are boss. Get them in your charts. So right now, Cardano is on a journey, basically. Providing we get continuation, you break resistance, you hold back support, you are on a journey to the 1618 at $18.49 for Cardano. And from here right now, that is a further appreciation of around about 605% for Cardano. Okay, so it's on its way. It's doing everything it needs to get to that projection. So far, so good. You know, you're going to run to resistance, you're going to roll back to support, you're going to keep doing that. You're looking for continuation. So right here, I think the next fib extension from this low, you're looking at the $4.43. You're looking at a 1272. So you're looking at a $4 plus basically, and it's slowly but surely on its way. You're actually approaching the 1.272 at $3.18 at the moment. It's slowly but surely getting there, isn't it? You know, so you can see, like I said to you so many times, look at the waveforms. Okay, so for example, look, this is a big wave up, retracement wave, and now you're forming that new impulsive wave up, and you can see the volume matches that. Look, the wave up, the wave down. Okay, you see that wave down, and now you're looking at the wave up beginning, and the interest is picking up here, and the volume's starting to come back in for Cardano, which, you know, clarifies that this is a beautiful wave that's starting to form. You know, Elliott wave theory, I think it's wave 5 that we're looking at, and that's why we have our projections up here as well to tie in with that. So again, it is theory based and it's technical analysis. It doesn't mean that we've got a crystal ball we can predict, and it's definitely going to get there, but as long as you're adhering to structural and market support, they're your destinations basically, and it really is that simple. So looking on the daily time frame here for Cardano, you can see that we're bouncing off the 20 really, really nicely. We've not necessarily had a test of it for quite a while. Doesn't mean we have to, but we did have this cup and handle pattern that's playing out just here. Look, you see this, and we actually come back up and broke the neckline of that cup and handle. And I said to you at that point, you know, that's a technical target within itself, because you've got this beautiful little cup and handle that Cardano formed just there. And I did lay down that forecast of that cup and handle when we were breaking out and forming a buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. And one thing I want to remind you of, okay, and the whole way down here, I think I was the only YouTuber who was telling you that you were still bullish, okay? Everyone else was saying you were in a bear market here, and I think I was the only one who kept reminding people you are in a bull market, okay? Just like I am with Bitcoin, you know, even though it's going up and it's struggling to make highs at the minute, you're still in a bull market, okay? You're not in a bear market. You're in a corrective phase of a bull market, and this is exactly what this was. Corrective phase came down to a key level support, creating bullish signals, bullish reversal patterns, and lo and behold, Cardano come up and broke the high. So that's not a bear market, okay? I'll keep telling people that. Now, another thing I want to remind you of, and the whole way down here I said to you, the stock RSI does not hang around down here for too long, okay? So look, in the whole way down here, look where the stock is in that correction down there, okay? Whenever you see the stock down there on the weekly time frame, or even a daily, you know, that offers a fantastic opportunity in a bull market, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, but you may get that opportunity again down here for Cardano, because it's not going to go up forever. It might do, because it's Cardano, isn't it? It melts faces. But at any point you start to retreat and you start to have a retracement, and you see this stock down here under the purple box, okay, and the oversold trajectory down here, the stock down here, you know, not financial advice, but okay, I'm just trying to teach you, okay, optimal entry point. It's good, it's moving forward. You're a little bit overbought on the daily, okay, you're coming up here, you are creating a bearish divergence, so, you know, it works in waveforms. Do anticipate some kind of pull back at some point, at which point you want to rest on the previous swing high. I've taught you all that, okay, so it's looking good, it's looking for continuation, and these are our forecasts and projections. So right now, enough chatting, this was the technical target, wasn't it, off the large cup and handle that we've actually broken out of. This is your technical target right here, and right now you are actually on your way, okay? Like I said to you, don't get there overnight, but this is a technical target that you are currently in at $3.53. So you can see that brings you up above the 1272, approaching the 1414, you know, and that brings you up to a technical target of this fib extension which you're going through, because you've broken all key level resistance, the 050, the 618, the 0786, and the high, and with that you're forming a new impulsive wave to $4.43. So, you know, even from here, this moment right here, you are looking at further appreciation of 70% right there. And from the buy and go to the beach signal, and I put the thumbnail on Cardano when we got that buy and go to the beach signal was buy and go to the beach, and from there you're looking at a further appreciation of 216% for Cardano, and you're currently up a whopping 85% for Cardano on a multi-billion-dollar market cap right there. So as long as you adhere to structure and you adhere to support, you're looking for continuation for Cardano, so it's all good. So I'm just going to take a look on the hourly time frame, see what we can see. Okay, so with Cardano yesterday, it was forming some kind of horizontal, wasn't it, just there? We did actually fallen out of it, but we got supported. So this is a bit of a throwback. This is called a throwback, okay? We got supported off the 55. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, there is a technical target out of this, okay? So it's from there to there, and you can see you lost that support there. So that the technical target was down there to this swing high, but it didn't quite get there because you got supported off the 55. This is how strong Cardano is. It's so strong, okay? And you can see that you've broken out just here. Look, and it's come up and met the technical target like a boss. Do you see that? So it's good. It's moving upwards and onwards and upwards, isn't it? So you are running into a resistance just here of Cardano. Let's take a look at this impulsive wave up that it's just formed and where it's running into. So you run into the 1272. The technical target of this impulsive wave up now, if it's low, just there, because you come up, you start to retrace, but you bounced off a key level support, i.e. the 55 on the for hourly time frame. I do apologise. You come up and you hit the 1272. Now you're retreating, looking for support. And again, look, you might find support in this swing high because this says how strong Cardano is. So you're coming up, you're retracing just there, you're sort of coming back a little bit, bounce off this swing high, and look at that impulsive wave up there to the $2.71. So from here right now, if we get a continuation for Cardano, you're looking at a further 4.21%. So it's slowly but surely creeping up, isn't it? You know, I was anticipating that if we did start to lose this key level support down here, you could be looking at a retracement down to this high here, the swing high. You know, that is still possible. It is still possible that we could actually have a deeper correction down to there. Anything is possible. So if you do start to see a roll here and we start to lose this high and then this low at 238, you would be looking at a retest of this high just there. And from here right now, that would be a 13% correction for Cardano. And I think on the daily, if we take a look on the daily time frame, you're getting very overextended from that EMA at the moment, that 20, but it doesn't mean it has to come down to it. It can sort of go sideways, consolidate, pretty much like what it did here. You know, when you start to get a little bit overextended from the EMAs, it started to cool down a little bit. It cooled down, went sideways, bit chop. I remember all this. It was really boring, really flat. It was consolidation before breaking out and you know, busting a move and getting out of it to get to a forecast. This forecast just here that we laid down in the fibs. Okay, so yeah, it's doing well. It's moving slowly but surely, isn't it? You know, each time it's coming up and it's hitting levels of resistance and rolling back to key level support. And this is what I said to you about support. Hold support, don't go short. You're looking for continuation. So the technical target that Cardano is in at the moment off that impulsive wave is currently $2.71. And from this moment right here, you are looking at a further appreciation of around about 4.3% for Cardano. But I think that Bitcoin's getting a little bit overheated, to be honest with you. I think that Bitcoin might potentially be running into a brick wall. So if Bitcoin does have a bit of a correction, I'm looking at about a 9% correction for Bitcoin. But again, it doesn't mean it has to happen. But with that, this is why it could bring you back down to this swing high. You know, if you do see a deeper correction here for Cardano and it doesn't quite get to this technical target and you do start to see the market roll, you know, you are looking at about a 13% correction coming back down to swing high, like as you did here. Look, you know, and this is what happens, swing high, swing lows, you move up. And that would actually be a really healthy thing for Cardano, coming back down. Just something like this and allowing this 20 to come back up, get the kiss off it eventually before continuation. But it doesn't mean it has to happen. It's just a potential play. If you start to see Cardano slow down a bit, because you can see it's not necessarily retraced as deep as we would have liked to have seen here, you know, and with that sort of spells that you're running out of steam basically. And like I've said to you, you've got a bearish divergence on daily, haven't you? Let's take another look. I mean, you've got a bearish divergence on the hourly, you've got a bearish divergence on the 4 hourly. Look, you've got a high and a lower high, you know, and on the daily as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, you've got a whopping bearish divergence there. So do anticipate that retest of this swing high could be possible at some point for Cardano if you start to run out of steam, because it is running out of steam because your impulsive waves are getting a little bit distinguished. So yeah, my thoughts could be a little retest of that for confirmation of support, and that could offer a fantastic long opportunity going forward for Cardano, because it is on its way. Okay, it is on its way. It's doing relatively well, and you can actually see that pretty much is where the previous all-time high sits as well. So I would anticipate, you know, at some point you can see even on the daily time frame you've melted through this. Okay, look what happens. You melted through that. You run into a level of resistance. What did you do? You roll back to its support. You melted through that, get a bit overextended, you know, potentially get to the 1618, run out of steam a bit, roll back to support, land on this swing high. Again, not financial advice, but this is a potential little play here for Cardano moving forward. But it could just absolutely melt faces. No one really knows, do they? But yeah, that's why we use divergences. You know, look at divergences, and they are good. They do play out. You know, 9 times out of 10 they do play out, and they give a signal of when a rollback is coming, and it is healthy to see them rollbacks. Okay, so, but it is bullish. I want to remind you, Cardano is absolutely bullish. Okay, it's moving up beautifully. But when you get overextended, you do look for the pullbacks, key levels of support. Okay, so that's Cardano. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for your support across the board. Looking of continuation and looking great to get to our forecasts up there at $4.40.32 and onwards in this bull market. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.